the return of Assassin's Creed, Marvel's Avengers, a little game you might have heard of called Cyberpunk 2077. Here are the most exciting PC games still to come in 2020. Some years are quieter than others when it comes to game releases. This one isn't quiet. In fact, 2020 is very, very loud. It's like someone handed it a microphone and a drum and maybe a really big hammer. Anyway, we're halfway through the year, but there are still plenty of new titles to accompany those new-gen consoles this holiday season. While we can be smug on PC that we don't immediately have to buy some new hardware, it also means we can get ridiculously excited about the games on the way. Here then are the 7 most exciting titles coming to PC in 2020. What better way to start a crammed holiday 2020 release schedule than with an infinite Destiny-style superhero universe? Marvel's Avengers from Crystal Dynamics is making its dramatic on-one-kneed landing on September 4th.
You are not worthy.
And if what we've played is anything to go by, it's going to be exceptionally destructive fun. Playing as the Avengers, well, except Cap, sob, we're going to be making our way through a world where no one trusts superheroes anymore. In this brave new existence, robotic AI are in charge, which, as we all know, always works out really well for humanity. As you'd expect, Marvel's Avengers is all about being heroic with friends. While some levels are designed specifically for one hero, there are plenty of missions that are all about teaming up with chums, personalising your favourite heroes with customisable gear, and smashing your foes into tiny smithereens.
It's sorta cute when they're small.
Didn't doubt you for a second, Hank.
Yes, we truly are living in a world where one of the games in our 20 games that are 20 in 2020 list is also one of the biggest releases of the year. Well, re-releases. Just in time for you to relive your heady days of listening to Papa Roach, Tony Hawk's Pro Skaters 1 and 2 are returning in glorious HD. And this is no mere polish of existing kickflip to indieing pixels. The original collection of skaters, now in their 40s, actually came back for digital rescanning duties. Both remastered games will have all the OG skaters and levels. Shout out to everyone who still has the muscle memory to wall ride those bells, as well as some of the newer tricks from later games. And yes, you'll be able to relive your emo skater dreams in oral form. The majority of the soundtrack is making a return to your nostalgia-loving years too. Don't worry, of course Rage Against the Machine are back. Sun-glacioed Keanu Reeves might be coming to screens later than originally expected as our new favourite character that only we can see, but that doesn't mean we're any less excited for CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077.
Clear on it all, I think. Time I got to work.
Beautiful. Here's hoping my inkling checks out.
This positively dangerously vast-looking action RPG lets us fully customise and play as Mercenary V as we explore the sprawling night city. These abilities seem only limited by our own imaginations as we upgrade hacking skills, weapon handling, and V's proficiency with a piece of deadly orange string known as nanowire. Everything here can be modded and hacked. Vending machines can be used as distraction tools, AI boxers as deadly weapons, and your own hands can yank open doors Terminator style if you've chosen the way of super strength. The neons of Night City are truly tantalising, and gameplay we saw last year revealed an intriguing world of corruption, power, and technology. getting to play in this sandbox with Mr. Reeves can't come soon enough.
Okay, all clean. Now for the fun stuff.
Let's face it doesn't really feel like a true Christmas release schedule if we don't dive into a random historical time period with a spring-loaded, wrist-worn blade. Or is that just me? Anyway, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is taking us back to 893 as the Vikings invade medieval England. We'll be country hopping from Norway to England on a longship, roaring our thanks for the return of dual wielding, and exploring the four kingdoms of England, all while King Alfred the Great really isn't happy about it.
The time has come to speak to them in a language they will understand.
The team behind AC Black Flag and AC Origins has been switching things up. Social stealth is making a return to the franchise, and when we don't feel up to all those raids and castle sieges, Ubisoft is handing us a cosy Norse settlement to look after. Oh, and if you've always wondered why eagles have all the fun, Eivor, our key hidden blade wearer this time around, switches up his or her eyes in the sky for a raven. For everything else you need to know about Valhalla, hit the link on screen now. Something few of us saw landing on our list this year is Microsoft's Flight Simulator. But here it is, ready for, well, takeoff in 2020, over a decade since the last major installment. The big thing to be excited about here, beyond all that simulated flying, is that you can now do it around the entire planet. 45,000 airports, and more trees than it's possible to count in a lifetime of long-haul flights. Honestly, don't try. You can visit wonders of the world you've always dreamed of seeing, fly over the very street you grew up on, and get very enthusiastic about rain. Yes, the drizzly stuff that comes out of clouds and that you can see just by looking out of the window. In Microsoft Flight Simulator, weather is key, and no rainbows are scripted here. You need actual light refraction and reflection to see one. And if that isn't a flex, then I don't know what is. You'd forgotten about Helen, hadn't you? It's okay, we won't tell her. Chances are it wouldn't just be her Christmas list that she'd remove you from. Watch Dogs Legion was meant to be an early 2020 release, but has moved back into TBC territory, presumably for easier access to those new-gen consoles. Set in a post-Brexit Britain where things haven't exactly gone to plan, no, we're not going to make a political joke here, this is a violent London where far more people than we're comfortable with wear pig masks and ride drones against what looks like all health and safety laws. The draw here isn't just a vast open world London, but the fact that we can play as anyone and make our very own story. Every NPC in Watch Dogs Legion can become, well, a PC as you recruit them for your cause and become a part of their lives. Whether we're a grandma, a boxer, or just some guy you saw in the pub and felt sorry for, this will be a world that we can explore in any way we want.
I used to feed the birds here. Now they're all bloody machines.
Get used to it. In the long march of progress, everything dies eventually.
For some of us, playing the same 4 maps on Halo 3 is as infinite as it gets. But for everyone who's moved on since 2007, especially those craving a solid conclusion to 343's Master Chief trilogy, the 6th Halo title will polish things off handsomely. Details on Halo Infinite are somewhat scarce, but we do have some intel. It'll definitely be on PC for one thing, Forge mode is back, and it's likely to drop in time for the holidays at the end of this year. 343 has also confirmed that while multiplayer will be a big component of the game, there won't be a Battle Royale mode. And it says plenty about the strange times we live in that we have to confirm that. Other than that, it looks like the same 7-foot coated in Kevlar business that we've come to know and love.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Master Chief is at the centre of what promises to be a more human story than in Halo 5, and it looks incredible too. The recent trailer was all created in the new Slipspace engine, which looks as capable of delivering those quiet emotional moments as it does the screen-shaking bombastic ones. The best double act since Chief and Cortana herself.
I knew we would be perfect together. And I was right.
Alright, big head. So that's the most exciting PC games arriving later this year. Let us know what you're most excited about in the comments below, drop us a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to Logitech G for more lists just like this one. If you do already subscribe and don't want to miss a new video, ring that notification bell and we'll let you know the minute it lands.